like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution,
Hold it. No, sit down.
Right, you're a clown.
Sit down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond, Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I
what
have the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. This is your host, beatzillapdx officially. And this is the midweek report. This is not going to be a long one. As you see, we are later than our normal time. And this will also be shorter than a normal broadcast. But we are here live, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully everybody is doing well. Please hit that like and share button, if you will. Hit the like button and then share it on your social media. Text it to a friend. Text it to a family member who might be on the fringe and needs that little extra help. And put them in tune and in touch with the sounds and the voices of the new Black media. With that being said, Black first, and good evening again, everybody. We are going to see who we have in the chat. But first, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. And we will gotta put this news on you, and then we'll greet everybody in the chat and get rolling.
We turn now to the case involving that deadly chokehold on the New York City subway. Former Marine Daniel Penny pleading not guilty today to putting a homeless man in a fatal chokehold. Court records now revealing Daniel Penny believed Jordan Neely posed a threat from the moment he stepped into the subway car. Prosecutors say Neely made, quote, verbal threats to passengers, but was not violent. They say Penny continued using the chokehold for several minutes, even after Neely stopped moving.
Yes, indeed. And so may Subway Bronson get the correct, proper due justice, which would be eating that whole 187. And that's what needs to happen, because that's what happened. you profile somebody and said, well, he felt like they were unsafe from the moment they stepped on the train. What in the racial profiling crap is that? Who was he, a policeman? I don't think so. Don't think he police. So, like I said, we're going to get into it tonight because we have a few things to talk about. And we're going to talk about them. Hit them and quit them. So, first in the house, we have Miss D at Suite 201 in the building. Hey, Beatzilla. Hey to you, my sister. Welcome and thank you for being here. Rain Love in the building. Shalom, family. Good to see you in the house again, Rain Love. Excuse me. Patricia Slade in the building. Jersey City in the building. Hello, chat and host Beatzilla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Young 9 in the house. Black First family. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here. Still Kevin Trees. Yes, indeed, Lord. These white folks. Woo-wee. Man. But see, you know, truth be told, Kevin, you know, when we see like over in Parliament and London and stuff, they be coming to blows over there. So, you know, we just kind of seeing people here come true to form, shall we say. Because you know how a lot of them like to say they're Scottish. So, go figure. Blueberry Muffin in the building. Welcome. Shout out to you, my Pacific Northwest. Well, man, you used to be a member, but you got you got the new handle now. But shout out to you, my good sister. If you guys have heard the spaces that we do and have done the one, so when there's still some more I have to put up. But you'll be hearing Sister Blueberry Muffin, Sister La Negres. You'll be hearing her in those spaces. So if you're wondering who that is definitely our good sister Blueberry Muffin in the house, aka La Negres, Black First family. We have hello chat. Yes, indeed. Barrington Mack in the house. What is going on, my brother? This is why I give Killer Mike the side eye. You know? I mean, for real though. We got our sister Judah Queen in the house. Welcome, Black First family. Good to see you in the house. Always good to see our good sister Judah Queen. And we have Reginald Jeter in the house. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Yes, and once again. And who am I seeing here? Faith Speaks Life. Peace to the chat. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, my sister. And thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. And we have Sister Lady Effa in the house. Black First from Ohio. That's what's up. Thanks to you again for being a member as well. Shout out to you. Dark-skinned brother in the house. What is going on, my good brother? Good to see you in the house tonight as always. And shout out to you for being a member. We see Rhonda Smith in the house. Welcome. Welcome in the house. Oh, also from Ohio. Shout out to you. And again, thank you for being a member as well. What did I see? Oh, yes. PSA. Power Tools. Shout out to you, Blueberry Muffin. Thank you. We got a $1.99 super sticker from brother, dark-skinned brother in the house. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. And we have Magic Dragon Lady Flawless in the house. Or is that Magic? Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. Black First family. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here this evening. And Quasi Black Star. Black First from VA. All right. VA in the house. That's what's going on. And we have In the Mix Radio. Welcome. In the Mix Radio, St. Louis. Black First. All right. So, like I just played with the whole Daniel Penny thing, there's a article that goes along with that. And this is you pretty much heard the gist of what they're talking about, but something I just wanted to go over Daniel Penny put Jordan Neely in a 6-minute fatal chokehold on the New York City subway train and continued well past the point at which Mr. Neely had stopped purposeful movement. Now, I don't know, in what world do you see that as something else other than a aggressive deletion and unwarranted? You can't say somebody posed a threat who was not actually harming anyone. You can't proactively take someone out. That doesn't make no sense. And here's how they report it. The former U.S. Marine is charged with second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in connection with the death of Neely, who was homeless at the time on the F train on May 1st. Penny has pleaded not guilty to charges, and his attorney asked the judge to dismiss the case because they alleged they alleged Neely was insanely threatening aboard the train. You can't toss out no case when you delete somebody like that. What do you see? This lets you know what type of POS Daniel Penny really is. You understand what I'm saying? That right there tells you exactly what time it is with that dude. So, like I said, may he get all the justice he deserves. Let's see. Prosecutors said eyewitness accounts differed sharply in their assessment of the threat posed by Neely when Penny acted. It is certainly true that several of the passengers testified that they were fearful, Assistant District Attorney Joshua Steinglass wrote in the filing. Omitted from the defense submission, however, are the accounts that undermine the notion of rampant and universal panic. Steinglass added, as one witness put it, for me, it was like another day typically in New York. Now, and I remember when this went down, I'm like, well, what are you talking about? We see crazy videos coming out of New York all the time. And ain't nobody feeling threatened. I mean, looking at these folks in New York on these subway platforms or whatnot, them folks is in their own world. You could be hollering at the height of your voice. They aren't paying you any attention. So all of a sudden to say that this dude is on a subway train and he's so threatening that, granted, he hasn't assaulted anyone or gotten anyone's face at that, but yet he's so menacing at what, $105? I mean, that was a little dude. He wasn't no big man at all. And and then you sneak in from behind on top of that. So not only is this a little dude, but you snuck a little man from behind. What a sucker. R.D. Smith in the house. We cannot invite people who put raisins in potato salad to the cookout. No, we cannot. No, we cannot. I am full agreement right there, R.D. Smith. Welcome. Welcome, and thanks for being here. We got our brother Tori and Rain Reloaded in the house. What is going on, my brother? Black first as always. Man, good to see you in the house. Thank you for being here once again, my good brother. Man, and I caught y'all last night on Black Alpha's live last night, man. Y'all was cooking. Yeah, y'all was cooking last night, man. So that if you guys missed that over on Black Alpha Network's channel, him and Torian was they did collab last night. So yeah, that was really dope. Let's see. Oh man, and then brother Alpha done found that that Eric Adams was former security for Al Sharpton. Like, look how that turned out. Oh man, Dominique Devereaux in the house. I saw the thumbnail with Michael Rappaport picture. I was like, what this clown done did now? Oh man. Looking back, I think now, ironic, it is It is. I mean, it really is though, because he did play a racist. Remy, who was the leader in higher learning. I remember seeing that joint in the theater. Man. Yeah, Toria Rain said dope live last night. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Black Alpha Network and Brother Sage. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Sage came on in later, man. Y'all was getting it in, man. All right. We got a $1.99 super sticker from brother, dark skinned brother in the house. I appreciate that once again, brother. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. And Magic Dragon said, tell Crapperport we all play for the Cucamonga Cracker Killers. Yeah. And you were absolutely right in the mix. Daniel Penny ain't worth a penny. Yes, indeed. And Blueberry Muffin said it was fire. Absolutely it was. And Rain Love in the house. I've been riding NYC subways by myself since I was 14. Most of these folks are harmless. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, again, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And that's what I'm saying. It's just the other person said it was like just any other day in the New York subway, which that's how I perceived it. And I don't live in New York. I'm far from New York. But just by, what I have been able to witness by way of videos and, different clips like this, if you ever look at everybody in the background, they are minding their own business. They are always to them, to their own, to whatever they got going on. They are not up in nobody's face. They ain't all up in nobody's look like, who is that? They ain't none of that going on that I've even witnessed just looking at the background. You know what I mean? Because shoot, y'all could go look at there's plenty of these videos on YouTube that show different people walking and filming different places. Man, New York is one of them places where nobody's even really paying attention to this man with a camera. So if you're not paying attention to a person filming, you really mean to tell me that this homeless Michael Jackson impersonator who's about $105 is something so deep to worry about that you got to creep up on him from behind and put him in a 6-minute chokehold well after he had stopped moving. Speaking of chokeholds, family. So just as in what just happened with Penny, and I guess how ironic it's the same day. Derek Chauvin also now is talking about he think he got a reason for his case to be dropped because that there's evidence that could show that it was that George Floyd did not pass from his actions. I mean, literally, this is what Derek Chauvin is on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Let me see. Oh. There we go. Because I think, he's trying to get an appeal. Okay, yeah. Okay, family, get ready for this. Brace yourselves for this one, family. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin has filed a motion to vacate his federal connection related to the death of George Floyd. In the motion filed in federal court this week, Chauvin said he wouldn't have pled guilty to the charge had he known about the theories of Kansas pathologist Dr. William Schaetzel of Topeka, Kansas, that pathologist doesn't believe Chauvin's actions caused Floyd's death. What is this? What on earth would make you say that this would be relevant now? There's a whole video of you watching. Everybody that watched that video, watch him extinguish that man over almost 10 minutes. I think at the end of the day, because at first it was like 9 and something seconds. I believe it was over 10 minutes. But, the motion notes in part, and so I guess this is the defendant been provided Dr. Scheitzel's and Dr. Haney's conclusions, Exhibit A, the autopsy report, Exhibit B, toxicology report, Exhibit C, and the MPD use of force 5-300 policy, Exhibit D, prior to his death or prior to his December 15th, 2021 guilty plea. The defendant would not have pled guilty and would have instead gone to trial. That is, had Nelson not withheld the above stated exhibits from the defendants while simultaneously advising defendants to accept the plea deal agreement, the outcome of the proceeding would have drastically been different in this case. Well, let's also be clear about something here. Wasn't nobody worried about Derek Chauvin going to trial. I mean, because truth be told, there probably would have ended up being, think of what happened. He pled guilty and they still investigating Minneapolis police force. So, and truth be told, I mean, for him, I'm like, well, if I would have known, yeah, and now he might start scratching at the door of those Minnesota elites. So, it's like, hey, you're going to have to, they was going to make you take this deal anyway. So, like, Derek Chauvin's an idiot. It's like, you think them politicians out there are going to worry about getting Derek Chauvin out? Yeah, you can forget about it, buddy. They're going to tell you to drop this suit in so many ways, pal. Like I said, doing stuff like this is when you start scratching at the door of the elite in your area. All right. In July 2022, Chauvin was given a 21-year prison sentence for on federal charges of violating Floyd's rights. The sentence was handed down after a plea deal. So, I mean, man, you done pled, and now all of a sudden, oh, well, no, I mean, because they're saying for the 10 minutes I had my knee on his neck. That might not have been what actually took him up out of here. Be on the lookout for something like that, maybe to pop these weird theories to start popping up about Brother Neely and this piece of crap Penny. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let me see. It goes on to say, so he'll basically be serving about 17 to 18 years as it stands right now. And man, this whole ordeal began back in May 25th, 2020. And over 9.5 minutes, man. And that's, how you got the I can't breathe. And I guess some of these shields will tell you, and that's how we got the George Floyd Act that didn't get passed. It's just now. See, no, it didn't pass. But you know how these shields will do? They come out straight lie. Oh yeah, it did. That's like the same people who put that lie out there that Joe Biden apologized for what he's done to black folks. Out your mind. No, he has not. No, he has not. But to the meat of the matter this evening, I caught this video because I was seeing it in my feed. And Okay, what's going on here? Stand tall. Okay. Family. These are the same people who act like as if they can dictate to us, our company, our friends, our leaders. They want to be in a position to say what black person can and can't say, because you can get canceled if you displease these people. And then they'll tell you that, hey, they don't have the power about anything. Yet and still somehow, though, that's still not. When I remember that video I played for y'all a few weeks back with the woman told you about you could go to prison in almost 40 states for boycotting the Israeli government. I mean, that's insane. You can literally go to prison. You can be prosecuted for boycotting the Israeli government in America. We're not talking about in their land. We're talking about here. So that says a lot. You feel me? Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Okay, so let me play this video right here of Mr. Crapaport. Hey, yo, son. Yo, hey, get out of here. So, now all of a sudden he's turning into the he's turning into a proud I wouldn't say proud boy. And he's turning into a what is it that Kid Gravity become? real estate agents. Yeah, the real estate agents. He acting like them now. He a proud one too. But check this out.
To all my Jewish friends, my Jewish brothers and sisters, stand tall. Stand tall. Do not let this fear, this sadness, this anxiety, and this dread overwhelm you. Draw strength from your family, from your friends, from your ancestors, and the worldwide bond that we share that has always put the battery in your back. We're used to being looked at as different because that's what we are. We are different, and that's a good thing. I know that Jews are looked at as weak, but we're stronger than you can imagine. That's why you hurl propaganda bullshit that we control all the money, we control the media, because it's plausible. It's plausible because we're just that good. Smart, compassionate, moral, and strong people. And we need to stand taller than ever against all those sick, dumb, uneducated, black tar in their blood fucks who hate Jews because they ain't. You hate us because you ain't us. It's always been hurled our way. Hate, prejudice has always been hurled our way. And a lot of times we deal with it with compassion or the understanding that it might be mental illness. Fuck that. Never again, you fucks. Anyone saying to me, be on the right side of history, knowing what side I'm on, means you're on the wrong side of history, which means you're on the side of terrorists, murderers, rapists who would burn and behead you and your family. They would love to burn and behead you and your family. There's only right or wrong right now. You either support a caring community or you support extremist exterminators. Never again.
Literally spoken from a group of people that call everybody who is not who they deem them goyim, meaning cattle. We've discussed this here before. And then moral people, hold on. There's as much slavery on your hands as there are all these American Scots and all of these other folks here. What are you talking about? Good ship, Jesus? I don't think so, bro. Oh boy. And see, this is again, you know what? Yo. And again, a lot of people have been seeing this guy's crap for a long time. Hey, yo, 103, Queen in the building. I see you. Thank you for being here. And I see our brother Crew Reality in the house. And we got Juggy Natty in the house. Welcome. Shout out to y'all. So again, family, this dude is pulling off his he doesn't even have a black scent anymore. The black scent has disappeared. He's went straight up, and we're this, and we're a prayer people because this is who we are. Stop it. Stop. Oh my Lord. Shout out to you. The yo word to your mother. Has anyone pulled Rappaport's cookout card yet? Man, you hear how the black shit just left. It just disappeared. Man, wasn't no yo on that one. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here as well. I mean, good Lord. And too many people, let these type of people around. Chichi Benia. All right. Say he looks like he kissed squirrels. All right. Lord. Yeah. Juggy Daddy says stick to the comedy. And see, this is another thing when they're doing that, like, and he black tar in their hearts. Let's stop. Dude, the bleeding, like the bleeding heart. And nobody can sit up here and say anything about these folks. You can't, you can't criticize, or you will be anti something. But at the same time, it's like they want you to basically act like you are not seeing what you're seeing. It's like, well, you have to be honest. The rest of the world is looking for a ceasefire, and you're trying to single-handedly take everybody into World War III. I mean, so, and again, like this whole conflict that's going on right now, everybody's standing up for us, and I don't understand how you're so proud and you're doing it off of American money. You boast and boast and boast and boasts. But without we are citizens of this country. How on earth does another land, another government have so much control over citizens here? How should a citizen be affected? So now when you start talking about how everybody jumps at your beckoning call and say, hey, we want you to shun this person. Let's go get Nick Cannon. He was over there talking to somebody we don't like. And that right there, all of that apologizing for going and meeting Farrakhan and all that, everybody who ever had to do that, that's some crap. That's some BS right there. And don't ever sell yourself out like that and let these people tell you that you can't be associating with that man. And, that makes no sense. Don't let nobody do that to you like that. And in the same time, don't let them tell you they're moral. No, the hell they are not. Because, here's the depth of the morality here. oh, well, it's a school. We're going to bomb this, or we're going to bomb this hospital. We're going to stop these supplies. And we'll do it all under the guise of saying, well, if you let these supplies into the people, then, well, Hamas will do this, that, and the other. And, you know, and Hamas is using the hospital as some kind of stronghold. So, I mean, we have to bomb it. Well, the rest of the world is not feeling this, but American media ain't going to tell you that. But this is a meeting at the UN.
Proceed to the vote on the draft resolution containing document S/2023/876 submitted by Malta.
Thank you, President. The humanitarian crisis which continues to unfold in Gaza ever since the horrific terror attacks of 7th October is deeply troubling. On that day, children were killed and taken hostage. Since then, over 4,600 are reported to have been killed in Gaza. We cannot close a blind eye to their suffering. In this spirit, I urge all Council members to support this draft resolution and to vote in favor of this text.
Resolution contained in document S/2023/876. Please raise their hand. Those against, please raise their hand. Abstentions? The result of the voting is as follows. In favor, 12. Against, 0. Abstentions, 3. The draft resolution has been adopted.
Hooey. Derek Parker in the house. Black first, family. Good to see you. Good to see you in the house this evening. So they, and the other thing that they love doing, they love sending their designated mammy out there to go toe the line. Hey, you get out there and you just keep calling for war. War, 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 and more war. So again, for the second time, that ain't a replay of the last video I played, family. This is a whole new resolution that they came up with, I believe, today. And once again, they got their token mascot out here to toe the line for them. And it's all bad, man. You know, they in all of these key positions, just take notice of what they have done. They put black people, there's black faces on every major disaster that is impending. Let's take a look at who's the borders are. Who is the borders are? Now, with this one, that's kind of a trick question because she ain't really black.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Yeah, I mean, so there's that. But I mean, you know, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm just gonna do something only for black people. No. Let's really be clear about that. Let's really be clear. Stop. All right, Miss Clarity. And then get up there and just says a bunch of words without ever saying anything. Are you kidding? Yeah, I don't think so, family. I don't think so. And here's another clip of them talking about American media, the American mainstream media, and rightfully so. Because see, here's Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport is one of those type of people who they can use in certain spots. They kind of use him as a buffer because, you know, he kind of got some cash with the black community, like DJ Vlad. You know, and a lot of these people have done business with DJ Vlad, so it's valuable for them to get on. Now, also, you know, you got to think about the connections and implications as well, because there's a lot of those people as well that just so happen to be Russian and Ukraine, by the way. That, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But even some of the black Jews that are over there, those black Hebrews that are over in, I guess, from the land, they have something to say about what's going on. And here's a little clip that I found of a conversation of a woman, a sister, who was really just giving her perspective.
See with their own eyes that they come to conclusions like, well, what we just saw.
Wow, this is such, you know, first of all, I want to say we're talking about a demographic of human beings that eat Tide Pods, okay, that snort cinnamon powder for clout. Can we just keep it real? Like, are we literally allowing people who can't even spell genocide or point out where Israel is on the map determine what's really going on here? Part of it is that we play too much. The internet plays too much. We've given too much information to people that physically are not in a mental space to handle it. What happened to going, I'm a Barbie girl? There's no more of that. They're talking about major things. And for me, I just saw that video of that young lady talking about Israel being white. Okay, Sarah Jane, typing that and talking about that, Michelle Barbara from your local Starbucks. I think that's cute, Barbara June, Caucasian.
So I believe she is a black Israeli. I guess that's how it is. So she's a black woman from Israel or whatever. I don't know what her background is. So I'm assuming maybe Ethiopian. But she don't really look Ethiopian to me. But that head say something. But you know, the things, to understand the things going on over there, number one, you have to understand how much control you have here. You know, and there's a lot of control going on here. And one of the biggest apparatuses of control, especially in modern times, is media. The biggest source. And you know, something else that came out, kind of a sidebar, but let me show y'all this screenshot. There was another interesting, tasty tidbit that that has recently surfaced. And understand, one of the things that we're going to start seeing is a whole lot of trying to make this pivot to abortion. And you're going to see a lot of that. So it's going to be support Israel, abortion, support Israel, abortion. Let's do something about guns. And that's, and climate. So, yeah. However, this is very interesting. This one right here is very interesting. Because, you know, never again. Well, you know, some of these other people talking about, you know, the what is that? The replacement theory. And people, oh man, you know, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing had this crackpot theory that, you know, white people were like afraid of being genetically annihilated. Well, it seems to me that proof is in the pudding. Fertility rate for white women plummets below the limit needed to maintain the population in every single U.S. state. Wow. And this is an old article too. But it just goes back. It says a lot for what we are seeing at the moment. And so there is a, I don't know, how do I frame this? There's intentional distractions. I'll put it like that. Intentional distractions. And so they're going to make a very interesting, weird pivot to start pushing abortion. You're going to start seeing that coming down the pike, really. They're going to run on that. And that's idiotic, but, nonetheless, it's the Democrats for you. So they'll push this line for a little while longer. You guys need to just get on board. You don't need our help with anything. Here's the one thing that did come out this week, though. America the credit rating is slipping. You're becoming a whole credit risk as a country, which boasts itself as the richest land in the world. Again, now, of course, that was made off of the free labor of Black people. And so you would call that the original sin. So foundational Black Americans have not gotten reparations. So you haven't even attempted to repair the damage caused by so many years of chattel slavery. Centuries. And now your credit rating is in the toilet while you're sending money every which way but to foundational Black Americans. You won't even mention doing any policy for us. And just keep breaking off billions. One would have to ask, what would any politician worth his salt, and I wonder how they would answer this question, with all the money that has been spent between Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, and the migrants, these illegal invaders, with all of that money, how much better would that have been to the economy that is ever failing if you would have gave that money and the full package of reparations here in America? What would that do for the economy? Because you're talking about circulating dollars. Now, of course, that's going to circulate in the Black community first. But albeit living in this land, that means still a lot of like think of land, getting land. You're still paying on this, paying this government. So it seems like, because think about what other people try to do. So where you guys going to go when you get your reparations? Nowhere. We built this place. Anybody needs to leave, it needs to be the people who didn't build this place. You could go back to where you came from and make it pop in your homeland. But now you call yourself American. So where would we go? We're more American than anybody here. There is nobody that out-Americans us. Oh, you must hate being American. No. You could call it what you want. And I guess, we'll leave the American name on it just to make you feel better. But this is our lineage, and our lineage is in this soil. And all of that money that you've given all of these other people, this is another reason absolutely why we don't owe no other group nothing. And POC and BIPOC should start to be considered insults. when using them and applying that to us. And we need to start kind of adopting that going forward with everybody that tries to put that crap on us. Because that's just insane. And oh man. And see, we have these other groups that are around here, and all of these people are getting money. Korea. They just broke off Korea with some kind of bill. I ain't got a chance to really see what that is, but so now there's a bill exclusively for Koreans. Man, if you don't get out of here. Oh, and Rain Love said Ukrainians are getting paid Social Security. Absolutely. They are getting Social Security here in America. That's insane. Yes, indeed. Ferocious, the producer. Welcome, brother. I see you. I mean, build back better by giving us reparations. Absolutely, Blueberry Muffin. So let me see what's going on here. I just want to play. I'm gonna play a brief snippet of this. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But I do want to. I mean, because we talk about model minorities, and these people get away with blatantly being disrespectful to us, which, you know, that is really inexcusable. But let me get some sound here. So y'all got to see what's going on, family. Check this out.
During school hours, they're out. All the prostitution is taking up every single block. They will be out with their pimps, and they don't care.
So this is what was going on over here. So with all of the illegals flooding in here, like I said, you got, and there's illegals everywhere. By the way, you got all kinds of folks coming in over the border that should not be in this country at all. You have people who are on terrorist watch lists making it into the United States of America, all because, see, this is what I'm saying. This is karma for the society of America. You have done all of this just to make sure Black people don't get a thing. And now you have turned your own land into a third world country. I mean, it's literally starting to move in that direction.
Lean Lugo is 14 years old and taking the number 7 train home from high school for the first time with a Kirby doll on her book bag. Her walk on Roosevelt Avenue is a jolt out of childhood innocence.
I've seen teenage boys go up to the prostitutes.
In one busy spot on 90th Street, men are led downstairs to a brothel on a regular basis.
Wow. See, here's the thing. Now, I guess they needed to manufacture some crime because, you know, with among barring certain areas, crime is not up in America. You know, and like I said, barring certain areas where you got gang banging and all of that going on, that's different. But as far as like just overall, no, there's not a whole bunch of madness going on out here like this. So you just instantaneously brought all of these people here, and like other countries do, start emptying out their jails and prisons, getting the lowlifes out, sending them up north.
This is turning into a red light district in Bangkok. You walk up and down from the 70s all the way down to the hundreds. And all you're going to see are different massage parlors with women outside soliciting men. There's no moral compass anymore.
Pix 11 even found women.
Now, here's another thing about this, though, family. think about like all the pimps they have tried to arrest. So it kind of makes you wonder now. Just think back of all of the pimp crackdowns that they've done. Just to let brothels sit off up in New York City. Or is it Chicago? Yeah, it's an elevated train. So what, this is Chicago? Family. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. Does anybody know where this is? Is this New York or is this Chicago? I can't.
And sitting on mattresses outside a furniture store near 93rd Street.
Wow.
One of many scenes unsettling Jalen's mother.
I grew up in this neighborhood. I've been here for 31 years. I was born and raised here, and what I'm seeing here today is not what I grew up seeing.
We have been reporting on sex workers and trafficking on Roosevelt Avenue for nearly 20 years. The numbers we're seeing now seem unprecedented.
Okay, this is in Queens. Wow. Wow. So all of this is going on. All of this is going on in Queens. This is where's Kathy Hochul? Where's the governor? I mean, you have madness going on. You know, look what's happening to the lower part of your state. Good grief. This and just think if this was black folks, would they got tubs of clothes sitting out here? What is going on? Man, they would have been cleared Negroes up out of there, man. Blueberry muffin syrup roundup time. Rain Love said, yeah, it's Queens. Okay, I got you. I see it. Ooh wee. Lord.
Happening during school hours, and it's even worse at night.
On a recent Friday, Pix 11 News saw activity in the 80s on Roosevelt Avenue, with one man apparently steering customers to a spot that was close to a barber shop.
We are seeing more like
Oh man, we hey, hashtag fire up the jet, man. This ain't working out. This is not working out. And see, here's another thing. So for you Biden sexuals, understand what's happening right now. Biden is blowing it so bad. Like, this is Queens. You got right by the high school. Hey, on your way to school, kids, don't stop in front of the brothel. I mean, and that's not safe because we don't know who these people are. So they might be just snatching these girls up anyway. Ain't nothing good about this. This is awful. This is awful. Hochul is hiding. Ice, baby. Man, I'm telling you. And that sanctuary city thing, boy, it is coming to bite them in the rump, ain't it?
Latina women doing prostitution. I think those women have no other options.
Some are Venezuelan, Colombian, and they are having their own massage parlors alongside with the Asians.
By day, Pix 11.
Okay, so did you catch that? Did you catch that? So the Venezuelans and Colombians who are coming up here, they're having their brothel massage parlors right next to the Asian ones. So they're just letting the Asians just, you knew what they've been doing, so you just let that ride. But, oh man, these new Latinos, they over here, oh, Lord. Wow. So, like I always say, is the getting is good. Hey, let's call back down the Columbia family. Good grief. Wow. Oh man, right next to the Asians. No, I think that's y'all get the gist of it. Y'all get the gist of the story. Like I said, I wasn't gonna play the whole video, but I just wanted to. I needed to run that one by y'all. Now, this last story, family. Well, it's kind of a story combined because I just want to kind of look at how things get reported on so differently, and the who was this person when the person at hand is white, then the things are spoken of differently. And so this next story is about this nut who had two mixed children. I believe she's out of Kentucky, Louisville, I believe, and she murked out her two kids. It's like, man, I don't understand, and man, it's a very odd story. And who knows, maybe, because she seems pretty numb. And, she just really comes off as kind of a psychopath to me. However, she's now claiming her children's deletion was an accident. And somehow both of them gone. And there was never anybody looking at this situation as an accident. But let's check this out.
Neighborhood is now looking for the answers to an unthinkable crime. Police say two young boys were killed by their own mother. Tiffany Lucas was arraigned in court this morning, charged with 2 counts of murder, and she will be staying behind bars on $2 million bond. Our Connor Steffen and photojournalist Addie Hill take us to Bullitt County.
Just past the Jefferson-Bullitt County line.
You don't expect this, no matter where you live.
A community is grappling with the tough loss of 2 young lives. From neighbors who knew them,
just put yourself in these people's place and think, well, it can happen to anyone. And
to officers who tried to rescue them.
I'll give you the cliche answer first. It's part of the job, but it's the part that you dread. The part that you hope that you go your entire career and never see.
Officers arrived at this home on Bentwood Drive around 11 Wednesday morning, where they rushed 2 young boys, just 6 and 9 years old, to the hospital.
They were alive and remained so until they got to the hospital.
Police believe this woman, 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, shot and killed her 2 sons. She's charged with 2 counts of murder. At this time, the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office is not sharing any information on the moments leading up to the shooting or what Lucas's motive may have been. Right now, she remains in custody at the Bullitt County Detention Center.
Whether you think it's mental illness, just pure evil, combination of both, pick your poison. None of it's good. The result is horrific.
It's hard to underscore the deeply somber feeling right now in this area. Neighbors tell us it was just yesterday that they saw the boys playing out front in a yard.
Been living here since 2004.
For this longtime neighbor who asked we don't show his face or share his name.
How do you think the neighborhood's reacting? Have you talked with neighbors about this?
I talked to a couple of neighbors, and they're kind of upset that they find 2 little boys got shot. That's kind of upsetting. Nobody back here wanted to hear about kids getting shot. Nobody wants to hear people getting shot at all.
It was shocking, actually. Nobody ever thinks it's going to happen in your neighborhood.
As a Bentwood Drive house stands empty tonight.
Just,
that's so funny. They always say that. I mean, you never think it's going to happen in your neighborhood. I mean, and then it does. Man. It might be a neighborhood where you never know who's there. So, I mean, just saying. But they say energy doesn't go away. It transfers. Some might say it transfers generations. Oh, Lord. So, let me get to the next joint I want to show y'all. Okay. Yeah, this is the next one I want to play for y'all. So, the next report.
During court, a Bullitt County detective shared some of the disturbing details of what happened when investigators were called to Tiffany Lucas's home to find her children shot. Now with the mother charged for her children's murders, family says they're continuing to push for justice.
They didn't deserve this. They were so happy.
Michelle Rice called the news of the boys' murders unimaginable. Her stepson, 6-year-old Maurice, and his brother, 9-year-old Jaden, were shot inside their home on Bentwood Drive in Shepherdsville last week. Their mother, Tiffany Lucas, is charged with their murders. In court Tuesday morning, Bullitt County Detective Richard Bill revealed new details about the moments after the young boys were found, saying a neighbor was rendering aid when officers arrived.
Sergeant McAllister also asked the subject if the mom shot the children. The subject pointed to a gun that was laying on the bed and replied, quote, yes.
Bill says surveillance video shows Lucas leaving.
Wow. 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 Yeah, Blueberry Muffin, you caught that? Bullitt County shooting. Hey, you just never think that something like that's going to happen around here. I mean, not in Bullitt. Like, no way. No way. I mean, who would ever think that a shooting would happen in the town of Bullitt?
Her home after 4 gunshots were heard. According to Bill, when Lucas was out.
Oh, wow. She was really trying to be thorough on them kids, wasn't she? What in the demonic broad is this? Oh, wow. Now, think about the thing I just showed you about that ever declining regeneration, that you're not having enough to replenish your own. That means you're going extinct. They measure that in animals. They also measure that in people. So there's that. So, when it comes down to us, just saying, maybe this woman, just had them nutty ideas. It's a woman's choice. Yeah, okay. You going to prison.
Asked if she meant to hurt her children, she said the shooting was an accident and made statements about being manipulated through Facebook and Wi-Fi to do what she did.
Nobody can manipulate you to do such a horrific thing. Nobody can manipulate you to do that.
Rice says the family has reached out to Child Protective Services on several occasions, and they believe drug abuse also played a role. Now the family is left trying to cope with the devastating loss.
And we love them so much. So many other people really love them and could have been there to help them. But she wouldn't allow that. She was too selfish. And they're gone.
And Bullitt County.
See that last little phrase right there? That one stuck out to me. It says she was selfish. Now what? So that's telling you that she's kind of speaking to the nature of this woman. So is she the type of woman that say, okay, well, if you try to go for custody or anything like that, then we just gonna leave her. And so she doesn't harm herself. And then she talking about she being manipulated by Wi-Fi and Facebook. Okay. Now, I saw on Law and Crime, they did this whole piece about, well, who was she? And who is she? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing that deal. It's like, that's insanity. Let me... Okay. Yeah, this is what I want to show y'all. Okay, yeah, there's a little more. Oh, Lord. Check this out.
Dollars. Family says it's not nearly high enough. When asked what he would say to Lucas, Howard had this to say.
You scarred everybody with this one. You scarred everybody with this one.
The adult brother of the two boys were allegedly. Oh wow! The adult brother of two boys who were allegedly done, and he said scarred by the tragedy. Okay, so he's an adult brother of those two kids. How old is the dad? I mean, because I was like, wait, am I seeing that right? How old is the dad? Yeah, the father might be grandpa. Because look at this brother. This brother grown. It's a grown man. Okay. I'll turn that music on. Wow. So look at how they go get the good pictures of her. But she was already being reported. Boy, that's a hell of a filter, ain't it? Or is that just the makeup? I can't tell. I mean, she damn near looked porcelain. She looked like tan, like you know how they do with the dolls? Then maybe that was the look she was going for, I guess. But wow, that all right. Okay. So yeah, there was signs. There were signs there. And nobody did nothing. So how does that work? Now they're losing suffering postpartum depression. The headlines for the heart. So they bring up this. Wow. See, this is just look at because I'm gonna show you a stark contrast of reporting here in a second now. Because there's one last piece of news of the day that we have to talk about because it's a story we've been following here. Good Lord. So you throw this out there, and I don't know. Maybe somebody might find some kind of weird meaning to these bears. It's kind of odd that they got them like set up there in the range like that. So I don't know if there's any of you people who are into that. Feel free to comment in the comments. If you're part of the replay gang, go ahead and comment. Let me know if there's something to what I'm seeing here, because this just looks odd. Maybe it's nothing, but yeah. Oh, that was the okay, I see it. Maybe those are the bears representing her three daughters, the last woman that they just interjected in there for no reason. That was weird. Why did you throw that in there? Lord. So moving from how they're, let's see, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so no, before we go, because this is the main point, family. All right, Blueberry Muffin, you in here because I know you're gonna get a kick out of this. So, like I said, you know how they always do when the assailant is not black. Well, let's find out who this person is, and let's just find. She is a double deletion suspect, and with the weapon and the bloody clothes and gunpowder residue on the hands, she's that. That's what she is. She deleted her two children. She's a deleter.
WDRB has been digging into Tiffany Lucas' background to find out more about her. We learned that she was once a business owner whom we interviewed actually in 2016. She had just opened Ms. Tiff's one-stop shop convenience store on West Broadway. We spoke with her 7 years ago about the impact as a young entrepreneur after Walmart pulled its plan to open a store in that same area.
a lot of people don't make their way down here, but if there's a Walmart, you know, you come out of the woodworks for Walmart. So probably would have brought a lot of people to, you know, stop and check us out.
Business records show her store closed in 2017. A year later, we found she pleaded guilty to drug charges and was sentenced to 30 days in jail. There's no criminal record between 2018 and last week, when she was charged with killing her 2 young sons. Family members say they've cleaned out the Bullitt County home that she was renting. They say it was filthy with the utilities turned off and an eviction notice on the counter.
Wow. So, okay, so this chick was a whole wreck, but it kind of feels like they're trying to present this in a different, well, she was troubled. And no, she's a problem individual who this how did things take such a south turn? Now think about when the age of these children. So there's some something that happened was going on in that amount of time, because yeah, that's very interesting. Extremely interesting. And so let me see if this is indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's we're gonna wrap up with this story here. And we've been following this here for a minute. Y'all remember Juggy Eddie? So she was also a drug addict. Yeah, she already got drug charges and whatnot. And thank you, Blueberry Muffin, a drug front. Because I definitely think that's what was going on, because her store closes a whole year later, and then she's like so broke now. Like, what the hell happened? And then you say, oh, well, she got busted on drug charges and this and that. I mean, just with the interview was kind of all over the place. I can't really make out what she was talking about, because she really wasn't saying anything. But we're here, and I think that'll bring people in. Like, she didn't sound like a business owner. So yeah, you might be on to something there. Yeah, you definitely might be on to something there, Blueberry Muffin. So okay, so with this last story, like I said, family, from Newport News, we have been following it because ever since it happened, the way that it was being reported, I figured that this young child, the 6-year-old kid who ended up shooting his teacher, had to be black, because they're up there calling him a young man. I said, oh boy. Now, at the time, they hadn't shown the mother's picture, but they were showing black women, like random black women on the scene, to kind of give you this impression that the child who shot this blonde white woman was black. And then, family, if y'all remember, I played on this channel the video from the school board meeting that was going on out there. And that thing sounded like a Klan rally over this 6-year-old. He was 6. Not to say, that 6-year-olds can't have problems and 6-year-olds can't be psychopaths. I mean, I guess it can happen. But the craziest part is, after he done shot this woman, he's like, yeah, I got that beat. Like, wow. What my question is, what was she doing to that kid that had him so upset that he felt vindicated after he shot this woman? That question has yet to be answered, but who knows? I'm sure he has to go to counseling, but man, the way this story turned out, nobody wins in this except for those angry parents that are like, something has to be done. And then the prosecutor, if y'all remember, the police chief was like, yeah, this kid did it intentional. And yeah, he intentionally did it, and he came with the malice and intent. He's basically trying to get a. He was trying to talk like they would really consider trying to charge the 6-year-old as an adult. Since you know that was too outlandish, well, you had to go get his mama. And ladies and gentlemen, you know that she has pled guilty to owning a firearm and smoking marijuana, which is not a crime in most places. However, in Virginia, I guess there's some kind of Virginia law, and maybe they're saying it's a federal law, but it's never enforced, except for in this case, because her little 6-year-old black boy shot this blonde white woman, and someone has to pay. So, ladies and gentlemen, with great disappointment, here you go.
And welcome to News 3 at 6. I'm Kurt Williams.
And I'm Barbara Ciara. We begin with this. The mother of a Newport News first grader who police say shot his teacher will spend 21 months in prison.
A federal judge handing down that sentence today for Deja Taylor. Now, this is all connected to that shooting back at Rich Neck Elementary School in January. And the victim in that shooting, Abby Zwerner, testified at today's hearing.
And News 3's John Hood is
she's saying that she shouldn't go to prison
and heard the judge's decision today. John, this sentence really wasn't a surprise, I'm hearing.
Yeah, hey, Kurt, Barbara. Well, the defense was arguing that prison is not the answer for Taylor's substance abuse issue, and they wanted probation, but the judge...
Substance abuse issue? Weed? Family. They gave that woman
says that she's had too many opportunities to change things around and that this was not just a runoff. Now,
wait, she doesn't have no record. Whoa. Family. Now, like I said, I followed this story. This woman doesn't have a record. And so all of a sudden, see, she had plenty of ample time to stop and, she had weed in her system. What are you talking about? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. So I hope y'all see what time it is here. 21 months in prison, followed by 2 years of probation. How the hell does that help her child? I mean, this is insane.
Now, during the hearing, prosecutors presented evidence showing Taylor was habitually using marijuana when she purchased and owned the gun for her son used during the January 6th Rich Neck shooting. Prosecutors showed text messages that depicted her scope of marijuana use and how just 10 days before the incident at the elementary school, she also fired that same gun at her son's father. We also heard from the teacher who was shot, Abby Zwerner, who told the court that her life will never be the same again, and this incident would not have happened if Taylor took action or lack thereof. We spoke with Taylor's attorneys after this sentence.
Now, okay, let me just break that down real quick, because if she would have so basically your little unruly Negro child, this little niglet here is just such a problem, and you should have put him in his place already. Now the system's gonna do it, and it's getting you too, sweetheart. I mean, black folks, family. This is why there never should be no forgiveness talk. All of that forgiveness blibber blabber. Listen to this. There ain't no forgiveness in this woman. I mean, and mind you, she's like I said, she's dissing the mother and dissing a 6-year-old. Ain't no forgiving there. I mean, shoot. So again, what was going on with her and this kid? And they're really trying to do the substance abuse. You want to see substance abuse? You come bring yourself to the Northwest, partner. We'll show you substance abuse. What are you kidding? We got marijuana shops on every other corner here. And well, she's using marijuana in her repeated use and substance use. I guess that's just Virginia, man. They on y'all like that for marijuana out there in Virginia. Like, you acting like this a level 1, level 1. So like, if you don't knock it off, her substance use, she was using marijuana. Oh my goodness, Lord, the attitude, the ugly. That's an ugly nature. And this woman was a teacher. Now she's, well, I blame Taylor because she could have done something. Okay, if the kid didn't get her gun. And here's another thing. Didn't you just hear them say that she just shot at the child's father a couple weeks before this? So had anybody thought of getting the kid counseling? Oh, dark skinned brother out here, I think fentanyl is edging out meth. Because, man, they smoking fentanyl on the streets. Here's the thing of why you don't really see a whole bunch of it on the street. It's because it ain't a lot of us out there. So you have to see what real America looks like when you're going downtown Portland, and they don't want to show that on TV because you don't look like this, all prettied up and all of that. Nah, you're going to see the flip side of this and all of the other family members that might not be invited to Thanksgiving. Because, again, being here, pooey, you will see it literally on the street. They'll be at the bus stop. I kid you not. One of these days, I was out, this back when it was still warm out, and I was walking down the sidewalk, and I walked by a bus shelter where the bus stop is. And there's a cat in there just looking at me because I wasn't riding the bus. So because he looked like he was going to get up. But I was like, nah, I don't need to sit down. And so I'm keeping it pushing. He over there with his fentanyl and foil over there because he couldn't get his lighter to light. So at least I was able to get out there before he was able to get a good hit off of that. So yeah, fentanyl is the big deal going on here. And it's a beast. But back to this I'm gonna call this woman anti-black, suspected white supremacist former teacher. There's her there she is on her way in.
Who says she has accepted her responsibilities.
She is incredibly remorseful. She is filled with guilt, and at no time did she intend or foresee the consequences of what she did.
What did she do? Her child grabbed her gun and went to school and shot the teacher. They're acting like this woman is some kind of criminal. So look at the way they do. Yeah, let me finger wag at y'all, and you awful black mother. And this is how all of our streets are just so filled with all of these criminals because of mothers just like you. I mean, this is ridiculous.
The judge denied Taylor's probation, stating this case cries for imprisonment. The judge would not allow Taylor to self-surrender because of her substance use and is recommending her to treatment while she serves her sentence. And Taylor is heading back to prison, but will be in Newport News Circuit Court on December 15th for those child neglect charges. In Newport News, I'm John Hood, News 3.
They're trying to roast this woman, man. They're trying to roast that woman, y'all. And so, we're going to keep on top of that and just keep an eye on that and see what's happening, because that ain't cool. And these people are really they're doing the absolute most. And it doesn't make any damn sense, man. None. Oh, yeah, but there is one more thing. Yeah, so real quick before we get out of here, let me get this in here. Let me do it like this. Because something else we all gonna have to keep an eye on is the elements that are entering in again to this country illegally because of Joe Biden's anti-Black open border policy to thwart reparations and anything like that. You know, you open yourself up. Just trying to be against Black folks, you might end up just being against yourself. And at that stage in the game, well, especially for all you Biden sexuals.
Own your stuff, little girl. Own it.
So again, going back to Washington, this happened.
Are there people that you are still searching for that we don't know where they are in the United States? Of the known apprehensions, KSTs, known or suspected terror people, match list to the terror watch list.
Well,
are you still searching for people in the United States that we know match the terror watch list?
I'm not sure I can answer that here because it's a constantly moving
Director
target.
A,
yes.
Are there people that match the terror watch list that were apprehended by CBP that the FBI and other agencies are searching for in the United States?
There are certainly individuals who are the subject of terrorism investigations that we are searching for.
Are there
Whether or not they're people, to me, I guess the distinction I'm drawing is, well, there's obviously a lot of focus on the watch list itself. One of the things that, and I've tried to be clear in my testimony here this morning, one of the areas that we are of concern is individuals who once here, information later comes in.
Are there people that you don't?
Those
Are there people
we
you don't know where they are that the FBI is searching for today?
Yes
or no? Yes.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was 1 minute and 16 seconds. And that's a politician for you. He asked one simple question. Is there still people that the FBI are on the FBI's watch list that they don't know where they are? That was the question. And it literally just ran on for 1 minute and 16 seconds until you finally got a yes. You could have just asked that. But always, if you want to know the type of individual you dealing with, ask them a direct question. And even knowing that the answer is yes, he did all of that just to still have to answer yes. Boy, oh boy. And now we have people who lastly, the people who will be coming to the cookout who might look like us, might look like you and me, but actually might be this.
Buck dancing, shuffling, scratching, bootlicking, bamboozling, Uncle Tom Negro.
It might be hard to tell though, because there might have been points in times of certain people's lives to where they was really down for the cause, as you would think. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have to recognize the signs of somebody that is willing to be bought, like a Mark Lamont Hill or an Al Sharpton, a Fat Joe, a D.L. Hughley. Roland Martin's wishing he could be bought off. He's begging for money every day. But there's one who actually did get the big ticket. And I guess in retrospect, I wonder if he'll ever be able to tell anybody, you know what, sell out because I did. And so, ladies and gentlemen, giving you a way back Wednesday. Van Jones, everybody.
Students can do that in 1960. The students can do that in 1970. The students can do that in 1985 and 86. In 1993, when we have the United States government building a death camp, a concentration camp for black people who have done nothing wrong but get sick and want justice. That's all they've done wrong. If we can't close that death camp, if this generation cannot prevent another Japanese American internment in our lifetime, we should all get haircuts and go get regular jobs and give it up.
And this
I do feel powerful is to maybe do something about what's happening here. Let's take a stand here against anti-Jewish bigotry. Let's take a stand against Muslims. Let's take a stand here against hatred. Let's take a stand here against hatred of all kinds. I don't want any Jewish mother
oh, dude. Oh my Lord. Oh man, that right there is funny. That is funny. What a hell of a transition, huh? What a hell of a transition. Oh, Vanessa, as brother Black Alpha be calling him, man. oh yeah. You know, real quick, I want to leave y'all with this because people always tend to say silly things to black folks, like black folks, y'all can't get along with nothing. Man, I see, and don't nobody else do all of the fighting that black people do with black people. All black folks want to do with other black folks is fight. And I don't understand why. You see all these other groups, they just get alongs, and I don't know what's wrong. See, what we need to do is we need to all come together, and then we need to have a plebiscite. And ladies and gentlemen, Chinatown, San Francisco. Model minority madness.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
Yes, indeed, family. So with that being said, Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Oh, Lord. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Fairs fuzz, because wherever there's a Moroccan mole, Secret Squirrel ain't too far by. You already know. So, like our elder doctor, well, he's not doctor, but I'll give him the reverence. But our great Mr. Neely, he told you all you need to
put it in the frame of reference. Everyone, when they talk about racism and white supremacy, should always start by saying that the focus, the objective should be replace white supremacy with justice. Those are the 5 basic words.
Yes, indeed. And so with that being said, we have learned a lesson about who not to bring to the cookout. You have the obvious, you know, and even though when they start doing the yo, you know, I'm down, I listen to hip hop. I've been part of the hip hop scene so long, I'll go back to the 90s with this. Yo, son. All right. Now, with those, you know, okay, we know better, because at the end of the day, when you talking family business, you just have to have it exclusively family. Can you dig it? And of course, we already understand with the Van Jones of the world, sometimes, you know, when you get off code, gonna have to put them aside. But hey, y'all having a meeting? Is there gonna be a family dinner? Nope. Everybody else there, he just not. So sometimes you just gonna have to do that. But I mean, and then there's gonna be some out there that's gonna be coming out of the woodworks talking about, man, see, y'all got it wrong. Michael Rappaport ain't all that bad. I mean, because you've already heard people do that. And then, you know, because he's taken roundabout shots at black folks at that too. Because they hate us because they ain't us. What does that even mean, dude? Like, hey, you people. I mean, that sound to me like speaking to, say, for instance, Nation of Islam and the Hebrew Israelites, all the different camps. You understand? You're taking, oh, you hate us because you ain't us. Okay. Kid Gravity Beyond in the building. I see you, brother. And Mary Evans in the house. I see you, sister. Yeah. So we got to understand that we just cannot rock with individuals like this no more. And, you know, Brother Tariq Nasheed has also repetitively warned you about individuals like this. And like I said, this cat lost his entire black set and just went straight full New York star, the star people right there, as you see, you know. So, you know, if you're one of those people that, hey, man, you know, we just all got to get along. And, you know, why do we really have to just only think about us? I mean, we could also have compassion for other people's too. And I mean, but number one, man, that is not our problem. You understand what I'm saying? And so what they end up doing, always try, I mean, but come on now. I mean, what would Martin Luther King say? I mean, what would Meg Evans do? I mean, just tell me what. I tell you what, independent for independence. Shout out to our sister, Miss Giselle. Because that's just simply the route we gonna have to go, and everybody ain't gonna make it. Because some of them are just going to sleep for good.
And I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for good. And I'm
So if this person is you that really believes that we should all lives matter, everything, and get out there and fight for Palestine, fight for Israel, we should be taking sides and getting involved in that. Only thing I will say is I stand on the side of justice, and I do not stand on the side of misrepresenting how the conflict actually began and what the conflict actually is. And that is my stance on it. With that being said, you might think that I am wrong and say that, well, I think, man, you guys need to really seriously think about speaking up for Israel, or you know, I mean, man, you know, yeah, you got the people, they friends, and, you know, you need to go ahead and start maybe putting some videos up in support of these. I'll tell you what, brother. I speak for myself, Beatzilla PDX official. The Beatzilla PDX official show. I'm pretty sure I speak for you in the chat, the grassroots, and the voices of new black media. I would say it's probably safe to say for you, we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
And by the way, now all of a sudden, Africa is talking about reparations. They want to get their reparations now. They want to get in the mix of reparations. Well, Africa, you make sure you get yours. CARICOM, you get yours. But as far as when it comes down to foundational Black Americans, it is hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
All right, family, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket by way of donation, you can definitely do so at CashApp, $Beatzillapdx. CashApp, $Beatzillapdx. Also, we got PayPal, and that is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And also, do not forget, especially if you're watching the replay, hit that like button, family. That right there is free. So with that being said, hope you have a great rest of your evening. We will be speaking again on Friday, hopefully to see you there. All of you in the chat, hopefully have a blessed evening. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. See, that's what you throw.
Right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.